Connie tells me she has some pain. What do you call it? Tightness in your jaw?
Tightness in the jaws, yeah.
Tightness in the jaws. Okay. It even gets to the point where you have you like bite down at night when you sleep or something.
Yeah, and I'm not aware of it anymore. I know I used to do it, but now it's habit. And I think I just dump stuff in there, and I have no idea why.
Okay, but you even when you go to sleep at night, you wear some kind of a bite thing to keep
to protect my teeth.
Oh, otherwise you would like gnash your teeth or break them or something? Oh, okay, and so you wear that every single night?
Well, usually, yeah.
Okay. Yesterday when we were talking, I asked you about the tightness in your jaw. And you said it was a 7 or an 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a typical number for it?
It kind of depends on what's going on in my life, I think. But, yeah, it's usually around 6, 7.
Okay. And right now it's a lower number?
About a 4, 3
okay.
or 4.
Is that an unusually low number?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you attribute it to?
Who knows? It could be, with all the tapping, a lot of
Good
things.
guess.
You like that one? You like that one? With all the tapping, it could have been part of a bush next to these trees. You know, all these little ones together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could have been. And by the way, do we really know it was a tapping or not? No. But you sit in my chair long enough and do this, and you hear the stories over and over and over and over again. After a while, you're pretty clear what you did was, through all the tapping with the spiders and everything else, you began to relax the system, the anxiety in it, which is showing up in your system, you know, with this bite thing and this sleeping, whatever it is, and so on. I just wanted to give a shot here at maybe trying to get it to 0.
Okay.
Well, we'll give it a shot. I have no idea if it's going to happen. Okay. But I'm curious, when's the last time it was 0?
Gee. I don't know. It's become such a habit. I'm
is
not
it a
even
year,
aware
5
of
years,
it.
10 years, a guess?
Oh, at least probably about 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years. Okay. All right, great. We just call it tightness in your jaw? Do you have a fear of public speaking up here? I just said you go like that, okay? Maybe you, okay, great. All right. Even though I have this tightness in my jaw. Go ahead.
Okay.
Even though I have this tightness in my jaw.
Even though I have this tightness
I
in my
deeply
jaw.
and profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly accept myself. Even though I have this tightness in my jaw, I deeply and profoundly accept myself. Even though I have tightness in my jaw, I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Okay, tightness in my jaw.
Tightness in my jaw.
Keep going.
Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw.
Right about there.
Right about there.
Most people miss that.
Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw.
Okay, we'll just stop there a second. Move your jaw. Is it still 3 or 4?
No, about a 1.5, I'd
About
say.
1.5. Okay, tap on the gamut spot. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Hard down right. Hard down left. In a circle. In a circle. Other way. Happy birthday.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, tightness in my jaw.
Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw. Tightness in my jaw.
Okay. What do you have to do? Like that? What number would you give it now?
Maybe a half. It's a little bit over here.
It's almost a 0? You do it again. I mean, do this.
I can hear a little creaking.
Okay.
From this side.
This is what I'd like to have you do. What I'd like to have you do is taking responsibility for your own physical health, because I don't know what's going on here, is move it to a point where maybe you can exaggerate if it's not going to damage you, and see what number you can get to reasonably.
Let's say it's about a half.
You can't get beyond a half? Okay. Even though I still have some of this stiffness in my jaw.
Even though I still have some of this stiffness in my jaw, I truly and deeply accept myself.
That's good enough.
Even though I still have some tightness in my jaw, I truly and deeply accept myself. Even though I still have some tightness in my jaw, I truly and deeply accept myself.
Okay. Remaining tightness in my jaw.
Remaining tightness in my jaw. Remaining tightness in my jaw. Remaining tightness in my jaw. Remaining tightness in my jaw. Remaining tightness in my jaw. Remaining tightness in my jaw. Remaining tightness in my jaw.
Okay, now move.
I'd still say it's about a half. I can still hear it creaking. Or maybe that's just...
So it didn't change at all?
No.
Okay, it didn't change. Didn't change. Who can tell me what I should suspicion? The setup. That's right. We didn't. We probably did not get by the setup. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we want to do the setup a little more enthusiastically. So we're going to use the sore spot. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to move this over the other side for a minute, like that. Okay, right about there. So I'm going to do it for her. You can do it for yourself, because I'm going to do it for her, because I want to get it in real fast, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Even though I still have some of this tightness in my jaw,
Even though I still have some of this tightness in my
I
jaw.
deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I still have some of this tightness in my jaw.
Even though I still have some of this tightness in my jaw, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Okay, one more time.
Even though I still have some of this tightness in my jaw, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Okay. Remaining tightness in my jaw.
Remaining tightness in my jaw,
Again.
remaining tightness in my jaw, 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 remaining tightness in my jaw.
Okay. Move your jaw.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. There's not even any noise left.
Okay, it hasn't been gone for 2 or 3 years?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now you need, see, I am not playing doctor here at all because I don't know how to do that, okay? What I would suggest you do is you tell your physician what you've experienced. I'd go to sleep for 2 or 3 nights and just notice if, wear your bite plate and notice if anything is happening. But you just saw how fast this happened, okay? If it may be gone forever, Connie, it may be such that there is some emotional thing behind that which we addressed, even though we seem to be addressing the physical issue. It has a way of addressing whatever's behind it, okay? That may be gone, may be totally neutralized, and you'll never have that again. But don't throw away your bite plate without talking to your doctor, etc.
Yeah.
Go tell them what happened and all of that, and if you continue to have very little problem with it, tell them, and maybe you can have some relief there, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to
Can we
me.
give her a little hand? Connie, how's your jaw?
My jaw is great, and it's wonderful because it's been like 3 years since I've had this freedom.
It's a break. One of the breaks you had a headache.
Yeah, it's gone too now.
Well, that's gone too. It was a what?
I thought it was all these bones shifting because they'd been shored up by all this tension for so long.
Because the tension wasn't there, that the bones were shifting, that was causing you a headache.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's gone now. And I also thought I was afraid of public speaking, but I realized that even the first time on the stage, it wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
But the biggest aha has been the reversal thing.
Yes.
Because it explains a lot of things. I have these great intentions and I don't follow through on them.
Yes. Yeah.
So thank you so much,
Oh, you're
and
welcome.
Adrian.
Okay. When Patricia and I were talking on the phone, like I did with many of you, talking about her wish list, one of the things she said she had was asthma, which I guess you've had for years.
Yes,
How long have you had it?
longer than I guess I was aware of. So it's probably be a good 10 years.
10 years. Oh, can you take medication for it?
I need to take medication for it.
Yeah, okay. And so it's a fairly ever-present thing for you?
Yes.
Okay. What I asked her to do was, with her doctor's permission, that when she came here today, you usually take your asthma only when asthma shows up, then you take your medication. Do I remember that right?
But it's bad enough.
It's bad enough right now to take medication.
Well, I mean, I
Okay.
should take it more than I do, but
Oh, okay. All right. At any rate, what she wanted to do was, when her asthma did show up, to let me know, and we would deal with asthma here. So we'd have a real case of asthma that's real and right here at the moment.
right. Should I explain what happened?
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
they made a mistake and put me in a smoking room. And when I woke up this morning, I could feel that I really am having some difficulty breathing. I can't get enough air in my lungs, and you can even tell by the way I speak, because I can't get enough air
Yeah.
in, even to project. So
Okay.
I could tell it right away. And then I got the congestion in my head and a little bit of a headache from it. So,
Oh, you have a
I
little
knew-
headache too.
right, but it's from the congestion in the.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is the headache at the moment?
Oh, a headache's not bad.
Well, give me a number.
Probably just about 2, 3.
About a two or three. Why don't you kind of rest that thing right
Oh,
here,
yes.
see what- Okay, now, do this for me. Taking responsibility for your own physical well-being, take a deep breath for me, if you will. And tell me, on a scale of 0 to 10, how hard is that to do? Where,
About 8, 9.
it's about 8 or 9. So is your asthma right now about an 8 or a 9?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, I think we know what to do if we were here yesterday, do we not? Let's try this, okay? Even though I have this asthma,
Even though I have this asthma,
I deeply and
I-
profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Now, I'm going to do something here, I'm going to change it just a little bit. I'm going to be very specific on her taking a deep breath, okay, rather than asthma at the moment, okay? Even though I have a problem taking a deep breath,
Even though I have a problem taking a deep breath,
I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly accept
Even
myself.
though I have a problem taking a deep breath,
Even though I have a problem taking a deep
I
breath,
deeply and profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Okay, taking a deep breath.
Taking a deep breath,
Okay, taking a deep breath.
taking a deep breath.
Here.
Taking a deep breath. Taking a deep breath. Taking a deep breath. Taking a deep breath.
Good.
Taking a deep breath.
Okay. Now, take a deep breath from. Tell me if it's any different.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could like really get air in my lungs now.
Okay. If it was, what was it, an 8 or something? I forgot.
Was it
Remember an 8?
Yeah, about
Okay.
8, 9.
What is it now?
Golly, probably a 1 or a 0. I mean, I can like really feel my lungs filled up with air now. And before, no matter how hard I would try to take in air, I couldn't get air.
Okay. I want to do a little bit more on that, but for the moment, and we're going to need a microphone here, I would like to have anybody whatsoever, anybody respond and tell me what you think happened here. Anybody? Anybody have a guess? Somebody guess for me. Al's going to guess.
You opened up the blocked emotional
Yeah.
points there.
Yeah, yeah. What's interesting, and here I'm going to remind you that I have no training as a doctor whatsoever. I know nothing about medicine. I have no degrees in it. I don't even pretend to, and so on and so forth. I do have a very strong spiritual sense, and it just happens to be my leaning. And I want you to check out your own intuition for a moment, that most of our physical ailments are at least contributed to by emotional components. I see a lot of nodded heads. I mean, I somehow know that intuitively, okay? And one of the things that I see with great consistency is when we start dealing with emotional problems, physical things start to subside. What we've just done here appears to be the reverse. We dealt with a physical thing, that is asthma. And we don't know if emotional things subsided, but it certainly subsided, didn't it?
Certainly
I mean,
did.
something happened, okay?
Absolutely.
And what I am suggesting, and this is from hundreds of circumstances like this, is what we did is we addressed some form of anxiety, some form of negative emotion that is behind your asthma.
Mm-hmm.
And having taken care of that, neutralizing that, even though you may not specifically know what it is, your asthma just clears up.
Yes.
I had an occasion, I'm going to tell you a story. I had an occasion, I was giving a talk in Santa Rosa a couple of years ago, and it was all round tables, a luncheon kind of all round tables, and there was a lady sitting right about where Hap was, where Hap is right now, and as she was sitting there, you could hear her asthma. I mean, it was really quite loud. It was annoying people around her. And after I gave my talk, which was like, I don't know, it was a 45-minute luncheon talk where I talked some about the tapping, she came up to me later on and said, I have this fear of public speaking. Would you work on it with me? It didn't even occur to her that she could use something like this for asthma. It was just totally out of her thought system. I thought she was going to ask me about asthma, but she did not, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I took her over in the corner, and we started dealing with the fear of public speaking, and within about a minute and a half, her breathing clears up. She says, my breathing has cleared up, you know, and just like you did.
Right.
Okay, that's what you call a positive side effect. But the point I want to make on that is what we were doing is we were addressing some emotional issue, and we were relaxing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked Dr. Callahan about that after I had that experience, and he said, oh, he said asthma and most breathing difficulties are contributed to mightily, he may have even said caused, I'm not sure, by stress, anxiety, emotional stuff. You know, we have evidence of it here, don't we?
Sure do.
Take a deep breath. Is there anything left to work on?
Probably just a little.
Okay. Even though I still have some of this breathing problem left.
Even though I still probably have some of this breathing problem left.
Even though I still have some of this breathing, I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly accept myself. Even though I still have some of this breathing problem left, I deeply and profoundly accept myself. Even though I still have some of this breathing problem left, I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Okay, remaining breathing problem.
Remaining breathing problem. Remaining breathing problem. Remaining breathing problem. Remaining breathing problem. Remaining breathing problem. Remaining breathing problem. Remaining breathing problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it all gone?
Yes. It's all-
Okay. Now here's what I'd like to have you do.
Guess what I'm going to tell my allergy doctor when I go home?
Don't tell him I told you not to take your medicine, okay? I'm not telling you that.
Right.
What I am going to suggest to you, though, is when you sit down, notice if it comes back. Okay? And if it comes
Right.
back, raise your hand again and let me know. If it doesn't come back, we'll know that, too.
Right.
Okay.
We'll find out tomorrow morning when I sleep in the room again.
Well, and it may come back from that. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
That is maybe an irritant to you that causes that. But for the moment, we've We've historied it, have we not?
That's right. Oh, okay, there we go.
Right there.
Right there.
What number was that?
Let's see, what, an 8?
Okay, sit up for a second. And what kind of damage is it to your back? I mean, what?
Oh, I have 2 herniated discs.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. 200 yes. Okay. All right. Even though I have this back problem, even though I have this back pain, I'll get it. Even though I have this back pain.
Even though I have this back pain, I deeply and profoundly accept myself. Even though I have this back pain, I deeply and profoundly accept myself. Even though I have this back pain, I deeply and profoundly accept myself. Back pain. Back pain. Back pain. Back pain. Back pain. Back pain. Back pain.
Okay. Stand up a second. Go ahead
Okay.
and move again and tell me if you're still, or what was it, an 8 or whatever that was.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Is it a 0 or what? Was there any pain at all?
Oh, my, isn't that nice? Yeah, you did this in the telephone with me. Remember I touched my...
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's just a sore, but not hurt. So
Well, give me a
it's
number.
muscle.
Give me a number.
Maybe like a 1, if even
Oh, okay.
that.
All right.
It's really...
All right, I'll have you sit down, but I want you to
Amazing.
sit up here just for a moment. This is education time.
Wow.
She has damage to her back.
Mechanical
she
damage,
has, yeah,
right?
mechanical damage. She has herniated disc. You take an X-ray of her back, and you're going to see some things wrong. The doctor will tell you da 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 da, and so on, right?
Right.
And she has pain. However, we did some tapping, and the pain has substantially subsided.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to have anybody here guess as to why that might be. And any guess will do. We'll start with a guess. Who's got a guess? Not even a guess. Mac has a guess.
Well, even when something is medically wrong, it interferes with the energy flows, and you, by the tapping, put the energy flows back together, so to speak.
Yes. And thank you for the guess. And let me expand on that a minute to get to a related point. If someone has tension in their body, they have a negative emotions show up in the body as tension in the muscles in some fashion, do they not? And they just that's why people get stiff necks and sore backs and stuff when they work, because they have tension and all that, and they have tension headaches, and also, tension shows up in the muscles, okay? If tension is in your muscles,
Yes.
it will push and pull on your joints, will it not, abnormally?
Sure.
Compared to, totally free-flowing
Yes.
energy system with muscles that work like they're supposed to work.
Yes.
What we did was we addressed some emotional issue related to the back pain. We released that. Now, we didn't make you stupid all of a sudden, because you're not going to say, my back doesn't hurt. Gee, I think I'll go out and lift 5,000 pounds.
No.
You're not going to do that, because you know otherwise. And you know there's a certain level where, oh, it's going to get to you.
That's right.
What we've really done is given you comfort, because we have taken the stress and strain out of the muscles that was emotionally caused, which is giving pushes and pulls. And By the way, that's Gary's non-medical opinion, which you must understand is non-medical.
I have a medical background, so I'll agree with you.
Oh, you will? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Am I speaking to Dr. Patricia?
No, but I was a nurse and I have a degree in nuclear medicine and a master's in healthcare. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Good enough.
Remember yesterday I had a mechanical problem of herniated discs, and at first I couldn't bend down, then I could bend down. Well, I've tested myself this morning, getting out of bed right away, which is usually more difficult to do, touched my toes. And also, in regard to my asthma, I haven't taken any medication since you treated me yesterday.
Take a deep
and
breath
I'm
now.
breathing fine. I can feel my lungs full of air. Must be reversed. And it's wonderful.
All right. Dorothy came up to me at our break and gave me what amounts to a somewhat unusual issue. It's one I've never, ever, ever dealt with before. But do we try it on everything? Yes, we try it on everything. And the label for this is?
Arrhythmia.
Heart arrhythmia.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Eleanor here is her doctor, and Eleanor has a special way of taking a pulse or dealing with her, so you will know what the strength is. In which Eleanor's going to take the pulse first. It's actually the visual way they can see, is it not?
Sure.
Something like the arm testing. And I know nothing about this, by the way. I have no idea if it's going to work. I just have not the slightest idea. We just try it on everything. Okay. So she's going to take her pulse, and I think we did it earlier, and it showed some weakness. We're going to do this and see if your test makes any difference. Okay.
So it's strong.
Okay?
So all I'm doing is I'm holding her heart pulse,
You're holding her heart pulse. So,
and then it makes her weak. Initially, there was no holding of the pulse, and she was strong. So
Okay.
it's indicating that there's a problem with the heart.
all right, if we do this and somehow this problem
Resolves itself.
is assisted, then she will be strong up here
Should
when you
be.
did that. And the arm won't go down. Something like the arm testing we did.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. All right. Well, I have no idea about this. I've never done it. Okay. We're about to do a brand new thing, but we tried on everything. Okay. And we already know how to do it, don't we? Even though I have this heart arrhythmia, right?
Right.
Why don't you do it? Go ahead.
Even though I have this heart arrhythmia, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Yeah.
Even though I have this heart arrhythmia, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this heart arrhythmia, I completely and deeply accept myself.
Okay. Heart arrhythmia.
Heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia.
Now, I want you to be a little more vigorous with your tapping, okay?
Heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia.
Okay, I'm going to slow you down 1 second.
Okay.
We're going to do it again, but you're tapping about 3 times. And since I don't know anything about this, I want you to be a little bit more thorough. Could we
Okay.
do that?
Okay.
So let's try it again. In fact, what I really want to do is, I don't know about, we're going to do the sore spot thing, okay? And so I'm going to help you with this, all right?
Okay, good.
As a matter of fact, I'll just do the tapping since I'm used to doing it
Okay.
and so on, all right? So let's do it this way. Is this a sore spot? Oh!
Yeah.
Okay. Even though I have this heart arrhythmia,
Even though I have this heart
I
arrhythmia.
deeply and completely accept
I
myself.
deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I have this heart arrhythmia.
Even though I have a heart arrhythmia, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this heart arrhythmia, I deeply and completely accept
Okay,
myself.
heart arrhythmia.
Heart arrhythmia,
Heart
heart
arrhythmia.
arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia, heart arrhythmia,
Sure.
heart arrhythmia.
Okay. Okay, close your eyes. Open your eyes. Heart down right. Heart down left. In a circle. Other way.
Pardon me?
Other way. Roll the other way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Heart arrhythmia.
Heart arrhythmia.
Heart
Heart
arrhythmia.
arrhythmia. Heart arrhythmia.
Heart
Heart
arrhythmia.
arrhythmia. Heart arrhythmia. Heart arrhythmia.
Heart
Heart
arrhythmia.
arrhythmia.
Okay, now I'm going to have her do one more round before she tests, assuming that there's, she's been reversed along the way. We're going to do one of the adjusted rounds, if you will, just for the completeness of it. Okay? So I'm going to, I get it?
Mhm.
Even though I still have some of this heart arrhythmia, I'm assuming it's
Even though I still have some of this heart arrhythmia,
I deeply and completely.
I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this heart arrhythmia,
I still have some of this.
still have this heart arrhythmia. I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I still have some of this heart arrhythmia.
Even though I have some of this heart arrhythmia, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Remaining heart arrhythmia.
Remaining heart arrhythmia, 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 remaining heart arrhythmia.
Okay, here. Close your eyes. Open. Heart down right. Heart down left. In a circle. Other way. Happy birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Remaining heart
Remaining heart arrhythmia, 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 remaining heart arrhythmia.
Okay, now, before we do any testing, I think, did I see you in your tears?
No?
Oh, I thought maybe I did, so I thought I'd check it out with you. You feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, why don't you just give it a test and see what...
Can I ask her how her heart feels?
Well, yeah, sure. I don't know what you do here, so ask her and see. How did your heart feel?
How does her heart feel? Does it feel like you still have arrhythmia?
It feels lighter. Usually I could feel it, beating. Feel calmer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the tapping will tend to have you feel calmer. I mean, it does that because it relaxes a otherwise disrupted energy system. Most of us have anxiety of some kind going on most of the time of the day, some level, and that's just our energy system going, zzz, So we've just tapped it and...
I feel more relaxed.
Okay.
Like I breathe more. It feels like I can breathe.
All right.
Okay.
Really? Okay. Now, what does that mean? I don't even know what it means.
It means the energy in the heart meridian is balanced.
The energy in the heart meridian is balanced, okay. And does that mean she doesn't have heart arrhythmia?
I don't know.
We'll have to wait
Okay,
and see.
so you don't
I'll
know
be
if
able to
But
tell.
the energy is working better, so the heart is functioning better.
Oh, okay. So we don't know if we have, quote, cured, that's the right term, her heart arrhythmia?
Right, we don't know that.
Okay.
However, there might be other organ systems that might be affecting this as well, and we don't know if that's clear or not.
Yes, and in our terminology here, because I don't know yours at all, in our terminology here, I'm very simplistic about this. If there is an emotional cause to the heart arrhythmia, my guess is we addressed it and did something with it. And that, also in my experience, that's probably permanent, that part of it. You know. But I would, if I were you, I would do this routinely, make it a habit every day. I mean, how long did that take? A minute and a half or whatever, I don't know what it is, and you get it down. I would do that 2 or 3 times a day and have Eleanor take your pulse and get checked out by your doctor or whatever. I'd be very curious as to what the result. How long have you had heart arrhythmia?
About 3 or 4 months.
Heart arrhythmia. Okay. How long have you been testing your pulse, or have you ever before for this?
No,
I don't
we're
know,
never.
we
We haven't done it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'd be curious to test her later in the afternoon and see if that held.
Would you, please? And then let me know. All right, great. Yeah, go ahead.
Chin test me and to see how the arrhythmia is going. Remember?
Yeah, why don't you come up, Eleanor, and let's give one more test to see if this arrhythmia thing helped, or stayed. Okay, come on up. Come up here. You have a sore hip or something? Well, remind me, maybe we can work on that tomorrow. Okay. Whoops. Whoa. Yeah, all right.
It's fine.
Still good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Remind me again what that means. That means...
Feels good. I don't feel it.
You don't feel it?
Usually I feel it. I feel it beating, but I don't feel it beating.
All right.
Good.
Dorothy. Yes. We asked you... Can you bring it on up a second? You told me we were talking about your heart arrhythmia, and you had some experiences. What happened here?
Well, last night, what usually happens when I lay down to go to sleep, I can feel my heart, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stops. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it sort of tries to get back in sync again. It started that last night when I was lying down, and then I did the process. I did it about 3 times, and it seemed that the heart just started going in the rhythmic pattern that it's supposed to be in. And I went to sleep. And I slept all night. Sometimes it'll wake me up because of the stopping, the beating and the stop. And I didn't do that last night. And I got up this morning, it was fine. But then I noticed that every once in a while it'll start again. It'll skip that beat, and I'll just sort of tap over here, and it seems like it just pulls it right back into what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. I'll tell you some experience that I have, and I don't know if it applies to you or not. I really don't know. But quite often when people will have an issue, something like that comes and goes and comes and goes, when they keep doing it, they almost train their system to keep it away. I've seen people where I have them unreverse themselves all the time. And they continue to do that, continue to do that, and continue to do that. And after a while, they don't need to reverse themselves anymore because they've sort of trained their system not to be reversed. It sort of happens that way. And that may happen here.
And you're saying you can use either point, here or here, to do that?
Yeah, either one, sure. Sure, but anyway, that's just for reversal. But the parallel here is for your heart arrhythmia. I would just keep doing this with some frequency, and it may well be it'll just fall into place and you won't have it anymore. That's obviously not my guarantee. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving you the essence of experience I've had and what wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Okay, now, when we first got here, you had some back pain, and we worked on that, and it went to a 0, and it seemed to have subsided most of yesterday, as I recall it, etc. Right. Yesterday, on the way home, you had some emotional issues, like almost getting pulled over by a policeman as you sped, and one thing and another.
Right. That's right.
Why don't you go through that just briefly, if you would, but to the point where you recognized that all the back things were emotionally caused because they come about after some emotional stuff was going on.
Right.
Okay, and then we'll work on what now is your neck.
Okay, yeah, right now I've got pain in my neck.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that it started here yesterday afternoon before I left. I kept trying to see Dr. Chin, Eleanor, and every time I'd go up to her, there'd be people around, and I just couldn't get there. So. And then one time I was talking to her, and Gary came over, and he needed her for something, so he pulled her away. So I just started feeling rejected, which is a pattern that I run, and so I started having some pain at that point.
Then I'm in my car driving home last night, and I'm going about 75, 80 in the fast lane, and I'm, you know, just tooling along, listening to my music, and all of a sudden I'm looked in the rearview mirror, and there's this siren right behind me. And I thought, uh-oh. Well, immediately my blood pressure went up, and I guess, I don't know, I mean, I felt this anxiety go all through my body. And there was a car right next to me, so I had to slow down a little bit to get over. And I thought I just thought I was going to get pulled over. And he went right by me and just kept on going. So he was in a hurry to get somewhere, but that affected me. And from then on, when I got home, when I got home last night, everything was hurting. My mid-back was hurting, my neck was hurting, I had a headache, and I thought, oh, this is terrible. So I did some tapping, and it relieved the headache a little bit. I kept doing it about 3 or 4 or 5 times, and it still didn't get rid of the pain in my mid-back or my neck. I still had that, but I got rid of the headache. And so I went for a long walk. I just decided to stop doing it, you know, and I went for a long walk, came home, and I figured I was just tired, so I went to bed. And so when I woke up this morning, I was really rushed and didn't have time to work on it. I didn't have time to do the tapping. So this morning, I still have some pain in my neck area.
Okay.
Okay, but I know that it was brought on by the emotional stuff. You know, the fear of doing something wrong, because I like to be Miss Perfectionist.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. And,
Can't
you
stand
know,
those people.
Being judged, and then the rejection. Those are 2 big things for me.
How's your public speaking anxiety at the moment?
It's probably about 1.
A 1?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's been just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Okay.
I noticed as I was sitting down there thinking about that I might have to come up here on the stage,
Okay, all right.
that I got a little bit, but nothing like what it has been in the past, where
Okay,
my
well.
heart goes, you know, my heart starts going, and
Well, there's still a
all
little
that
bit more
stuff.
to do on all that. Let's pull this off this. Oh, actually,
What
got
am I
that
doing?
That's inside
Oh,
out. I
how'd
did
that do
wrong,
that? You
didn't I?
did
Well,
that.
yeah, I did that. Are you blaming? Did you reject me?
I guess I did. See, I had to make it so I wasn't wrong.
I
right?
know, and what you may have
It's
for
like-
that. You may have for that is guilt for 2 weeks.
Right.
A couple of points I want to make here. There's something that Adrienne and I hear quite often from people, and I'm not sure how to respond to that. And that is, when I do these things by myself, it doesn't work as well as when I do them with someone else. You didn't say it exactly that way.
No, I didn't,
Okay.
but I guess I implied that. Yeah.
And well, whether you applied it or not, I'm picking it up because I'm going to make a point. Okay. We hear that with some frequency. See, it's so much easier to do, Gary, when you do it with me, or Adrienne, when you do it with me, than it is when I do it by myself. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that, I think. One of them is that when you do it yourself, especially if you're a newcomer, you may not get beyond the setup well. You're still a newcomer now, so if you don't get beyond that setup, that psychological reverse, if it's there and you don't get beyond it, I don't care what you do, it isn't going to happen. Okay, so that's one of the things. The other thing, there may be something to the energy between 2 people. Sometimes, if you have somebody to work with, it might be a little more helpful. I mean, it might be. It might be the difference. I really couldn't. All I can tell you is what people report to us. But there's a lot of people who just do it by themselves, and so on they go. The other day, it's about 2 months ago, I was making my bed, and I was bending over like that. Like, oh, there's this sharp thing in my thing. I go, wow, and it hardly ever happens to me. And I laid down in the bed, and I didn't want to move or anything. And I started tapping, and within 30 seconds, it was just gone. That's doing it by myself. So I just gave you an example. But anyway, on a scale of 0 to 10, your neck is a what?
About a 8.
It's about an 8. Well, okay, without damaging yourself, I want you to move your neck to a certain point where that's the 8 right there, so you can recreate it with a benchmark to start with.
Well, I really, it hurts like right there, but I really feel it when I press, like right in there, like on T,
Okay.
around T1, C7. It's
Okay,
like,
so if you press,
yeah,
okay, you can press to a certain point and give me a number for that point.
it's like about a 9.
About a 9. Okay, even though I have this neck pain,
Even though I have this neck pain.
I deeply, completely, wait a minute, don't do that at all. I'm going to try to do this without doing the setup and see what happens, okay, just for experiment, okay?
Okay.
Go, this neck pain,
This neck pain.
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 this neck pain.
This neck pain.
Okay, now push back there and tell me if it's still a 9.
Actually, it's not quite a 9.
Well, it's,
It's better.
well, a number would help.
It's still there. How about a 7?
About a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, now interesting here, she is not
Yeah.
psychologically reversed about getting over this.
Wow.
Now, she may be psychologically reversed about getting any better still, which is the area when we do the adjusted one where we, you know, even though I still have some of this stuff, but I'm going to assume that's not the case either. So I want you to say this remaining
This
neck pain.
remaining neck pain.
This remaining neck
This
pain.
remaining neck pain.
Okay.
This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain.
Okay, is it still a 7?
Yeah.
It's still a 7?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even though I still have some of this neck pain left,
Even though I still have some of this neck pain
I
left,
deeply and completely accept
I
myself.
deeply and completely accept myself.
Again, even though I still have some of this neck pain left,
Even though I still have some of this neck pain left, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Okay.
Even though I still have some of this neck pain left, I deeply and completely accept myself.
remaining neck pain?
Remaining neck pain.
Remaining neck pain?
Remaining neck pain. 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 Remaining neck pain.
Okay. Touch it, touch it. Just touch it and tell me.
It's still there.
It's still a 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. If we are going to be able to address this with EFT, the psychological reversal is now stopping it. So I'm going to do this.
Oh.
Don't you just love me, right?
Oh. Yes. Okay.
Even though I still have some of this neck pain left,
Even though I still have some of this neck
I
pain
deeply
left,
and completely accept
I
myself.
deeply and completely accept
Even though I
myself.
still have some of this neck pain left,
Even though I still have some of this neck pain left,
I deeply and
and
completely
completely accept
accept
myself.
again.
Even though I still have some of this neck pain left, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Okay. Remaining neck pain.
Remaining neck pain.
Remaining neck
Remaining
pain.
neck pain.
Remaining
Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain.
Okay. Let's try it. See what happens.
Okay, it's better.
Okay. What's the number?
4.
Okay. Notice the work of the psychological reversal when it comes in. See, it literally stops things from happening. And that stops not only EFT, but it stops all healing practices that we know about. I don't care what the practice is. If you find somebody just not making any headway, psychological reversal is a big probability in this case. All right. Well, let's do the 9 gamut, okay?
Okay.
Okay, close your eyes. Open your eyes. Hard down right. Hard down left. In a circle. Other way. Happy birthday.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, remaining neck pain.
Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain. Remaining neck pain.
Okay, now go ahead and
It's much better.
Well,
I'd say down to a 2.
down to a 2.
Yeah.
Well, let's try our forward-seating
Wow.
eye roll and see what happens. Okay. So
What? Do
the
what?
forward-seating eye roll. Tap the
Oh.
gamut spot. Remember.
Okay.
Put your head steady.
Okay.
Eyes hard down to the floor, and gradually 6 seconds raise them to the ceiling, as you kind of focus in on that remaining neck pain. Okay. Now push it again and tell me if there's any difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Still just a little bit. I
Well,
hit one spot there.
Okay. Well, we'll get that in a minute. But what I want you to do right now is just
Kind of a
move your neck around like you did before and tell me if it's freer.
Oh, yes.
Freer, much freer.
Yes.
Okay, but you have a little teeny bit left.
Yes.
Let's try the forward-seating eye roll again. Okay.
Do you say anything when you do that?
We don't really teach that way, but what you ought to do, it wouldn't hurt just to say this remaining neck pain.
This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain. This remaining neck pain.
Okay. Maybe. Is it gone? Okay. Now, what's interesting here is see, you have. It is your suspicion that this is all caused by emotional stuff. Emotional stuff shows up in your body, and it shows up in your back, and this tightness you had the other day in the neck, and wherever it is, headaches
Right.
and all that
yeah,
stuff.
it
Okay.
moves around a lot, and
Yeah.
it seems to be triggered by emotional stuff.
Okay, and that's fairly typical in my experience. I mean, a lot of that happens. Okay, but yet with Connie, we have yet to address any emotional issue, have we? We haven't dealt with the senses of rejection and all the other stuff. There's a couple of ways to do this. You know, because in your case it appears that the emotions and the physical are linked. When we're dealing with the physical, my guess is some of the emotional is just falling by the wayside because that's what's causing it. Okay. Now, what you may want to do is start dealing with this. Maybe you need somebody else. I don't know, but I would try it by yourself. Okay. But I would start dealing with some of the emotional issues. You know, that you know were there, that you can make a list of, and you start with this, you know, you get into it and see how intense it is, and then get on down to it. My guess is one reason you weren't doing it by yourself is you had this reversal in the way. And did you rub the sore spot and say, hey, even though I still have some of this, and all that, did you do that?
I did that last night, but at that time I think I was talking about the head pain.
Oh, okay.
And I did get rid of the head pain, but I still had the...
Okay, but for the other pains, would you do it emphatically like that, etc.?
No.
Okay. See, you need to exhaust every avenue before you decide that, gee, you have to have somebody else help you. I really don't think you have to have somebody else help you, but people report that. But I really think what you really need to do is make sure you do this process emphatically when it's not working. And that psychological reversal, that setup, is extremely important. If you don't get by that, if you don't set the bowling pins up, you're not going to knock them down. You know? Okay, good. Thank you, Connie.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.